Hey guys, we're back, and now we're going to do a different dish. We're going to do a lobster sauce, and a lot of times I do. Dolores is still with us. There's Dolores. She's over there.
Right here?
Yep. You can hear us. You can hear you. Just sometimes you can't see you. But a lot of times I do this in the winter, like we do it for Christmas Eve. I do it with the canned tomatoes, but tonight I'm going to do it with the fresh garden tomatoes because it's summertime and we get these from the farm. And I wish I had my own garden, but I have to go and buy them from another garden. But they are wonderful this year. The tomatoes have been great. The corn has been great. Everything's been great. Right, Dolores?
Right.
All right, so this sauce, I'm going to start with the olive oil, but I'm going to use, instead of onion, I'm going to use the shallots. I like to use shallots. Now, this is what the shallot looks like. You guys know, I've done these before in some of my videos. But I'm just going to leave them like semi, I've been kind of large. I'm just going to slice them. Just peel off that little piece, okay? And then, I always say it's like in between a red onion and a white onion, but they're very strong. I sliced these earlier, and it gives off a very strong odor. But when you cook them, they get very sweet.
Yeah.
So I love to use shallots, okay? And this looks like a lot of shallots. This has to be like maybe, I probably did like 5 or 6 of these, okay? Yeah. But they're going to dwindle down to nothing, okay? And see, I have these little color-coded cutting boards, which are great because you can do your garlic and onion on one, your meat on another, and your vegetables on another, you know? Then you just throw them in the dishwasher, right, Dolores?
Right.
These cutting boards, they're excellent. All right, so I'm going to slice them in little slivers. I could do my garlic, and here's my garlic, and I'm going to put these in the pot at the same time. I have about 7 cloves of garlic, because I'm probably going to do like maybe 2 pounds of pasta. So 7, 8 cloves of garlic sliced really thin, and the same with your shallot, see? And then it's going to break up in the, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat some olive oil in the bottom of the pan, get that going, right, Dolores?
Yep.
Everything starts with olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we're going to layer this as we go. We're going to do the onion and garlic. We're going to do a little wine. We're going to do a little clam juice. A lot of times when I do lobster sauce, I do make my own stock. Like I made lobster bisque at home not too long ago, and I took all the lobster shells, the bodies, and I made a stock with them. But the kids were not happy because it smelled up the whole house.
Oh, it smelled.
You know, it's very strong in odor.
Strong,
so I decided today, I mean, I bought all the lobsters steamed, which was nice.
Yeah.
And then they were nice and fresh and small, and I cracked them just with my hands. They were so, you know, the shells were not so hard. I could just I didn't even need the cracker. So I was going to do this stock because I hate to waste anything, but I said, oh no, the kids. So I had a little clam juice if you don't have your own homemade stock, you could just improvise. Okay, so I'm going to do the shallot and the garlic. And again, all that's going in, and we're going to saute that down, and it's really going to shrink down a lot, Dolores. You know how it is when the garlic, it shrinks down to almost nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to get this going, and I'm going to season this as we go. You know, salt, pepper, a little crushed red pepper. See, now you want to break these up as you're going. Sometimes they don't. So what I'll do is I'll do a little crushed red pepper in here, and the shallot, and the, oh no, the jiggle. Gotta hold the arm. I got the jiggle going.
Well.
Not good, Dolores. All right, that's all right, whatever. If we want to eat, you're gonna have the jingle.
With me, it's a lot of jiggle.
when you're eating like this, you're gonna have some jingle. All right, and then we're gonna do a little kosher salt in there, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we did salt, pepper.
You like the salt, that, what is it called?
Kosher salt?
Kosher.
Yeah.
You like that?
Again, because I like the kosher salt just because I can, you know, control it, and it's just nice, you know. All right, so we're gonna get these going, and you want to saute these really down. You really want to do like a medium high. You don't want to brown them, okay? You do not want to brown them. See, the shallots is nice with the lobster sauce. It's just like a little bit sweet, you know.
Yeah.
Cuts through some of that garlic. I usually don't use that much garlic with lobster because you really want the lobster to stand out, but I'm making a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it seems like, you know, if I was just doing 1 pound, I would just use a couple cloves and that's it, you know. Yeah. All right, so you guys know what your shallots look like now. And the tomatoes, what I like to do is I buy the garden tomatoes, and I just, if you don't like the skin or the seeds, you can, there's that press that you can remove the seeds, remove the skin, but I use the whole thing.
Oh, you use the whole thing.
I just cut off that piece, right? And then at home I have a corer, but I don't have that here. So I just cut around the core, and I don't use that piece. That's tough, okay? So then you want to just really just coarsely chop these, because I'm going to mash them up with my potato masher. And they're going to break up, believe it or not. You can leave them kind of coarsely chopped, see? And see when they're fresh like that and ripe, they just break up so easily. When you slice into a tomato, and if it's hard, it's not ripe. It's not ripe enough. You don't want to use it, right, Dolores?
Yeah.
You want to make sure so there are seeds in here, and a lot of people wouldn't like the skin, but I like the skin. The skin kind of, it breaks down.
That's where all the vitamins are.
Yeah, it breaks down, and I use it. I use the skin, I use the seeds, everything. If you don't like that, then you can buy one of those little tomato presses, and you can get rid of it.
Yeah.
Again, I just cut it right around the core. See? No, I don't like that hard piece.
No,
Right?
no, you don't want to.
And just coarsely chop them. I just do it like this. I'm not a wizard with a knife here. Whatever. All right, so far so good. I haven't gotten cut. Ooh, geez, I shouldn't say that, right? All right, we're going to use a lot of tomatoes in this sauce, because these tomatoes are fresh tomatoes, and they dwindle down. They're not like the canned tomatoes.
Right.
They literally just dissipate because they're full of water. Okay?
Oh, these are wonderful.
Full of water.
sauce.
So again, I just cut right around the core.
And it's so wonderful to make a sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah, you love them, huh?
Yes, I do.
Well, like we were talking about, we used them in the eggplant, right?
Yeah.
You were eating them like an apple.
Yeah.
I can't get over that.
That's the way I
And
used to eat them like that all the time.
When you use the garden summer tomatoes, it's a lighter, we made it the other day. It's just a lighter sauce. It's just fresh and
Yeah.
not heavy.
Oh, and these go when they're finished in September.
Now this looks like a lot, but I'm going to use them all. Okay?
I hate to see these.
These
go.
are all washed. You know me, I washed everything. Washed, scrubbed everything. People say, you don't have to wash it. Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. It matters to me.
Yeah, it matters.
It's just,
It matters.
it's psychological.
No, it isn't.
I like to wash things. All right. And then it makes me feel better.
Of course. You have to wash.
Some people don't. I guess they don't wash anything. I don't know. I have to wash everything. I wash all my vegetables, all my fruits, all my cans. Oh, see how nice this is getting now? This is what you want. You want that nice light brown. I'm going to turn it down a little, actually. See, if I wasn't pressed for time, I would do it lower and slower, but I want to get this going for you guys so you can see what's going on. But you want to cook that down. I'm actually going to cook it down even a little bit more, okay? That's the whole thing with the onion and garlic. You want to make sure that you cook it low and slow. You don't want to burn it. The longer you cook it, it gets like, deeper in flavor, and it gets a little nutty, and I like it. But I don't like the raw garlic, and I don't like it brown. So you got to find that little balance in between, and you can't really walk away from your garlic, Kayla. I keep saying that to Kayla because she's the one that's cooking now. But you don't want to walk away from it, because before you know, it's burnt. And once you burn it, that's not a good flavor.
No,
that is not a good
flavor.
It's yucky, and it's just, ugh. Okay. So you guys know. So now I'm going to talk while that's going. I'm going to add a little bit of wine, and we'll talk about the lobster. So now this is good. See, Dolores, you can't really see, but it's got that light brown. I'll bring it over to you and show you. See, how it shrunk down a lot?
Oh yeah, that's
See?
nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
See the
nice.
shallots? Everything shrinks down. It always looks like a lot.
No,
But when you're making 2 pounds of macaroni, now you guys can, if you want to make a little less, you can just cut the recipe in half, and just do it accordingly, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we got that going. And now these tomatoes, it looks like a lot, but they're going to dissipate too. There's so much water in them. We're going to bring it to a boil. But right now I'm going to add a little bit of wine, a little bit of white wine to the olive oil and garlic mixture, okay? And just a little bit, not like just a couple little tablespoons, that's it. I just want to have that little bit of acid in there, because this is a very heavy sauce,
Yeah.
okay? And you want to lighten that up with a little bit of acid, you know,
Yeah.
lemon or wine or whatever you want to use. But I like white wine in this. So I used a Chardonnay because that's what I like to drink.
You like what?
I said I used the Chardonnay because that's usually what I drink. Right, Dolores?
Right.
All right, let's not tell them all the secrets. Oh, God, we do have fun around here, don't we? You should see us at dinner. Actually, at dinner time around here, it is a show. It is a. We should have her come tape us at dinner.
Oh, they probably never come back.
I mean, before you know it, someone's screaming, someone's laughing, someone's crying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's all in fun. I mean, we
someday we should get a tape recorder.
we should, yeah.
and just
Well, she's a tape. Rachel will do it.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I mean, this would be, well, to a certain extent, it would be hilarious.
Oh gosh.
But then to another extent, I don't know.
Then you would have to cut.
Yeah, cut.
I know what you're saying. So look, I wanted to talk about these tomatoes. I found these tomatoes in the store. Now, I usually in the winter I use the San Marzanos, which are canned and riped at the perfect time. So
Yeah.
I love those. You squeeze them with your hand, they just break apart.
And
The
they
San
just break
Marzanos,
apart, yeah.
which are plum tomatoes
They're
canned.
plum, yeah.
But look at these are mini San Marzanos. Aren't these the cutest little
Oh.
things?
Where did you
And now-
go?
Yeah, in the store.
Oh.
And so I said, I'm going to put these in the sauce because I usually make them with the canned San Marzanos.
Oh,
So I'm going
yeah.
to throw all these in there. It's going to be a lot, but it's okay. It's going to it's going to dwindle down. But Dolores, you can eat these like an apple. I want you to try one.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
Just bite into it, though. Oh, they're so sweet. You want to try one, Rach? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I mean, like, you don't even really need a whole lot of salt.
No? They don't need
But
any.
with salt, they would be, you know, it's going to enhance it all, right? All right, so we got the wine cooking down. We're eating our little popper tomatoes.
Oh, they are so good.
Dolores, you love tomatoes.
I love them.
I mean, you do. Okay, now I'm just going to add a little bit of this clam juice just because I want a little bit of that seafood flavor in there. Okay, this is what I use.
What is that?
I just bought this. This is what I use for my my white clam sauce.
Oh.
You know, a little. A lot of times, if I steam the clams open on the side, I'll strain some of that juice. But then I keep looking at Dolores. I'm not looking at the camera tonight. Sorry. Sorry. But basically, I like to use a little bit of this just to give it that nice, richer. We're layering the flavors, giving it another. So look, I'm just gonna add maybe a couple tablespoons of that. Okay. Now we're just gonna cook that down a little bit. That's just gonna give it a little bit more seafoody flavor and richness. And
Nice to have seafood
now this is
flavor.
the base of your sauce. Now this is just gonna be a very simple. I just don't want to add the tomatoes yet because I want to. So now these, I don't even have to peel these or anything. I'm not even gonna.
No,
I'm gonna
they're- if it's
because I'm
pretty
gonna mash
soft.
these down. You're gonna get a close up, Rachel, and these are all gonna break down nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
nice.
you'll see. Oh, I always say nice, nice. Everything's nice. Oh
Yeah.
dear Lord. Oh, I gotta come up with another word. All right, now we're gonna throw these tomatoes in. Okay. So this is all we have. We have the olive oil. We have the Chardonnay, which I cooked the Chardonnay down quite a bit. You definitely want to get rid of that alcohol because you don't want that lingering flavor of wine in the sauce. You want to make sure you cook that out. And so, I could just eat that over some pasta. Yeah. Olive oil and garlic. All right, so now we'll add the tomatoes. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Oops, that one had a, okay. There we go. And now I'm gonna add the little minis. Do you want another one before I add it?
Yeah.
She likes these, okay.
I do. I like them.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh my
If you
God.
can spare one, I'll take it.
Oh, I got plenty.
Okay.
You want another one, Rach? Aren't they yummy? All right, look, I'm just gonna throw those right in there. San Marzano minis. And now, now we have to use our muscles. Now we have to use the potato masher. We have to mash them all down, okay? So, you know, when you do this, you just want to make sure that you have an apron on, which I don't, no. All right, so what you're gonna do is just hold the pan and just press down. They're gonna break up nice and easy after a while, okay? Just make sure you hold the pan so it doesn't go flying. All right, so you're just gonna break these down like this. This is where you get the workout. This is where I need Dan. I'm gonna call Dan. Watch this. This will be funny. Dan, he's coming. While he's doing that, I will talk about the lobster. Okay. But basically, these are gonna break down nice, and then we're gonna bring them up to a boil. And boil them out. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil. I'm just figuring the muscle work you could do. You know, don't splat it on yourself. Just hold that tight. Okay. Thank you.
Here for the
Yeah.
dirty work.
Someone has to do the dirty work and the cleaning. All right, so now the lobster. Now I bought these, like I said.
Cleaning.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
I get kids around all the time.
Yeah, thank you, Dolores.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Kidding, but he does do a lot of cleaning, doesn't he?
That's right.
Yeah. I don't tell him to. He just does it. Probably why he does it, because I don't tell him to.
That's right. He gets a rise out of people. That's why he does it.
Oh. All right, so we got the water going, and we lucked out tonight. Look, we have the homemade pasta. That
I
Dan.
had one squirt right in my eye.
Oh, in your
Right
eye.
in my eyeball. Not funny, Mother.
Mother. Look, we got the homemade macaroni for the fresh lobster sauce. I want to show you this. Guy, Dan's work makes this. See? It's the homemade fettuccine, and it's just so fresh. And
Yeah.
so we'll make some with this, and then I'll make some with my DiCecco spaghetti because I think I'm going to have enough sauce. This is probably like a pound, right, Dan? Ooh, it's so good, though. Look at Can you get a picture of that? How nice that is.
That's the Accolini family pasta.
Yeah, I gotta get a picture of that. Let me take a picture with my camera. Tell Accolini's thank you. So basically, you know, with the fresh pasta, it doesn't take that long. You just throw it in there and it's done in seconds, right? All right, so we're gonna have that. And then we're gonna have, how you doing over there? You hold the side of the pan, it's easier.
What?
I said if you hold the side of the pan, it's a little bit easier.
Using 2 hands.
Ooh, ooh, God, you're squirting.
I think he got some in his eye.
Hey, Gronky, watch out, buddy. All right, so I did the, normally we usually do our own lobsters, right?
Yep.
But these were on sale, and I said, just steam them, because I'm not gonna make a stock. So they steamed them right there, which was great. Then I came home and I de-shelled. So this is 6 lobsters. And I took the claw meat out, but I take out that little squiggly part because I don't like it. But all the knuckle, these are all the claws. I mean, phenomenal.
And they took them all out for you?
And you know what? I never really had a bad lobster, and we had a bad lobster a couple weeks ago. We bought lobsters that were on sale, and he put them in the water, and they just never got red. They were like dark, dark, dark. And then they finally got a little red. We took them out, and we tried to crack them. They were hard as a rock. I mean, hard.
Should have taken them down.
That's the eggplant. I know. So I never thought you could really have a bad lobster. They didn't even taste that good. You know,
No.
it was bizarre. So I was a little skeptical on buying them again, and we bought them twice since, and they were perfect. Very light shells, easy to crack, bright red. So we have faith again in our lobsters. But that has never happened, right, Dan?
Nope.
Never. How you?
These are some crazy tomatoes.
No, Danny. Oh, those are because I bought those little San Marzanos.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
what. But they can be whole. You don't have to crush them all.
No?
No, they're gonna let them
On
boil.
the crusher.
Here's the crusher. See, like I think it just likes being on camera.
No, I'm not even on camera. My back's on camera.
No, but we could probably hear you through the microphones. Can you hear them?
Doing a good job crushing.
All right, that's great. Thank you. You want to make the rest? All righty.
It's a squish and a wiggle.
Squish and wiggle.
Squish and a wiggle.
All right, you got that, folks?
Squish and a wiggle.
Squish and a wiggle. Well, you know what it is, too, because I have the nonstick pan, and I use the nonstick masher. You have the metal masher, and I don't want to scrape the bottom of the pan.
Yeah.
So
It's a tough masher,
at home, I'm a little bit more aggressive because it's nonstick. But that is a very good masher. It's fine, honey. It's going to break down as they cook. That's perfect. Wow. Should have got the arm shot in there doing that. I got flab, and he's got muscle. Something's wrong with
I
this
got
picture.
tomato in my eye.
Something is wrong with this
My
picture.
job is done.
Oh, that looks good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna boil this out. We wanna get some of that water out. Right, Dolores?
Right.
We have to boil it out because we need to get some of that water out.
Well, you're boiling it out. Now you're boiling it out.
See? That's good. See,
I gotta
these are gonna
follow
break
you.
down even more, so don't worry about those, okay? But I'm gonna turn it up to a high. To a high. I mean, wait, I'm not even Italian.
I've gotten everything.
To a high, okay? This is my one little tip with lobster, and I'm sure everyone knows this, but I don't know if my kids do. Whenever you get a lobster, you'll get the tail like this. You have to clean this part. Nobody understands it. It's just like a shrimp. You got to go down the back, and you got to take out the thingamajigger in there. Okay.
The intestine.
Yes. I didn't want to get all scientific, but okay. Even when I go to a restaurant and I get a lobster, I do this because I can't. A lot of people probably don't know, but you have to do that. You have to take out that little intestine. I mean, you don't have to. I suppose you could eat it,
Yeah,
but
but it doesn't look good.
thank you, Dolores. It doesn't look good. I don't know if it tastes good either.
No.
But kids, do that to your lobsters, okay? Just clean it. Take everything out and just do that little thing. Same way you would do a shrimp, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now if you notice, they're all going to have that. I don't care. They're all going to have something in there, okay? They've been swimming around and they got stuff going on, okay?
Yeah, that's
See?
why you have to
Now you
clean
just
it.
take all that. I normally would run these underwater, but I'm just doing this because the camera's right here. Okay? But you run them underwater and you take out that, and that's it. I mean, it's not going to kill you if you eat it, but if you don't,
But that's a good
see?
thing to show people
You-
because
isn't that right?
they skip that. You know.
No, and I think people may do this when they have the lobsters home, but I don't think people do it when they order lobster out. And I do it both times. I do it when I'm home and I do it when I'm out. Okay?
Yeah.
Just take all that out.
You got
You run it out, you run it under the water. That's what I do. And a lot of times, if we're eating hot lobster, I run it under super hot water. These are cold because I'm adding them to the sauce. So they've been in the refrigerator and they're chilled. It's okay. But I just, again, see, you just run it under there and you do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do these last two so you guys know. Just right down the spine. See? You're going to clean all that out. Right, Dolores?
Yes.
You know.
And there's a little green stuff in there too.
Yeah, well, a lot of that came out when I cracked them
Oh.
out of the bodies. The green part you can eat. I mean, I suppose you could eat all this. They say you can eat the whole. There's so much meat in the body of the lobster. That's why if you do make stock with them, use the bodies. There's tons. I mean,
Tons of
a lot.
little things, yeah.
No, there's like
Yeah.
the lobster inside the body tastes like crab meat. It is sweet underneath the legs, and
Yeah.
use the whole lobster. Do not, because really, I mean, so. You know, you want to use, when you're cooking, you want to use everything the most you can. You don't want to waste anything, right?
That's right.
So that's it. That's the last one. I'm going to rinse it. But you get the idea, right?
Yep.
Just cut down the spine and get rid of the intestine. Ask Dolores. She was the biology teacher. She knows about these things.
I know about the intestine.
Yeah. You were dissecting quite a few
Right.
things. Okay.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so I have 6 tails. I got, oh my, but the best part is the knuckle. I don't care what anybody says. Knuckle. And then if you take that little squiggly part out of the claw, I like the claw too, but I don't like that little squiggly part. All right, so look it. Now we're just going to coarsely chop this. Now I'm going to add this at the end because it's already cooked. Okay, it's already cooked. It's the last thing you want, but you want nice little big chunks in there, right?
Right.
We make this lobster sauce at Christmas time, and it is so
Yes, it
delicious,
is.
isn't it?
Yeah, very good.
Honestly. And the shallots in there, and the wine, and the, oh my God. And then, you know, this one I'm making here is going to be a little bit lighter, but it's going to be nice because it's summertime. And you know what I do add, Norm? I'm going to add a lot of fresh parsley and basil, but a lot of times I'll add tarragon. And my kids,
Tarragon?
yeah, tarragon is great with this sauce, but my kids don't like it.
They don't-
So you know what I do? I do fresh parsley instead.
Yeah.
Okay, but tarragon is delicious with lobster.
Oh, I did it.
And it's good in cold lobster salad. It's good in warm lobster salad. It's good in lobster sauce. You know, you could do just a white lobster sauce with the olive oil, the shallot. Just say if you didn't like the tomato in there, you could just do a white sauce and do a little oil, a little tarragon, a little butter. I'm gonna add a little butter at the end. You don't have to add a little butter.
And always add a little butter.
Yeah, we're gonna add a little butter at the end. Right, Rachel? Do you like lobster? Oh, some people don't.
Now, some people
Some
don't.
people don't.
I mean, I'm not that crazy.
But look it,
about
this is nice and, you're not that crazy? Oh gosh.
I haven't had it
lobster.
yet.
I like a lobster roll or something
Yeah, some-
like that, you know.
Kayla gets a lobster roll every time she goes out. Lana loves lobster. And Danny was starting to eat it. See, this is, look it, I missed one. That's the little squiggly part I don't like. I'm sorry, but I don't like you.
That's
I take that part out.
No, that's not so.
So that's what I do. And then you want to make sure you feel through your lobster and get any kind of shells. You don't want, I already did this before. I must have missed that one. But you want to feel with your hands after and make sure there's no shells in there.
That's a good point.
There's nothing worse than
Very
biting
good
into a
point.
shell or something like that. So just feel through it. See, another squiggly. Well, that one got through
Yeah.
too.
See,
All right.
I don't
So I
like
just
those.
I just rip it off. It's not a big deal. But there is that shell in the claw. There is that, you know,
Yes.
little fin, whatever you call it. And just take all this stuff out. All right, so this is all nice. See how nice this is? And then this is all your tail meat. What's their favorite part of the lobster? Everyone has, you know, guess what Alana's is? The legs. She loves sucking on those little legs.
Things that you have to pull
The
out.
yeah, the legs that are attached to the body. Come on, biology teacher.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So look,
yeah.
that's 6 lobsters right there. They're about a pound and a quarter each. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But we are gonna look how much tomatoes we have. We're gonna have plenty.
That's very good.
You want to make sure you have enough lobster in there, right?
Yep.
You don't want to be chinsing on the lobsters.
No, no.
All right. Now, if you can get a shot of this sauce, I want to show you how it's reducing down now. See how this is cooking down? The tomatoes just start breaking apart. It's a very light sauce. It's just going to gently coat the pasta. Okay? You getting this? All right. And I'm probably not even going to add a whole lot of salt because I'm going to salt the pasta water and then I'm going to add a little bit of that in there. Okay? But I am going to add some parsley. I'm going to let this boil out for a couple more minutes. We'll take a little break and then before I add this in, I will show you when we come back. Just want to clean up a little. Okay. Sauce is reduced down. Look how thick it's getting because a lot of that water is coming out of the tomatoes. And that's making it thicken up and that's what you want. See that? See, it's nice and thick. I mean, I could just keep going and going and going, but I'm now gonna add the fresh parsley. I want a lot of fresh parsley. I'm gonna throw it all in there, okay? And then we're gonna add our lobster. Look, all of it. I'm just gonna add it all in there. Woohoo! Yummy. No squigglies, no shells, no nothing. We don't think. All right, look, get a picture of this. I'm stirring. Oh, see how thick that is? That's what you want. Because this is just gonna coat that macaroni. Huh? Isn't that pretty? I'm also gonna add a little bit of basil. Hold on, for freshness. A little speck of butter. Shh, shh, don't tell anybody. All right, now look over here. We have the salted water, and we put the fresh fettuccine in there. And I'm gonna take it out. I could tell just by looking at it, it's pretty much done. You can pretty much tell just by looking at it, it's got that little bite to it. You don't want to overcook that, okay? I'm just gonna taste it. Break that up. Oh yeah. See, you want to take it out when it's under because it's going to continue to cook with the sauce, right? Hold on, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to strain it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take just a little scoop of this pasta water. Not much. A couple little tablespoons. That's it. That's the salty pasta water that you want in there too. Okay? Guys, don't forget to do that part. That's an important part. That rounds it out. That's why you don't have to add a lot of salt. All right, but let me drain this. Over here. This is where you get the facial. Oh gosh, that's nice. Even that's nice. I keep saying nice. Dolores, are you still with me? I'm talking to myself over here.
Yep.
You're with me, right? I'm gonna turn this down. All right, everything's in there. What?
I said just pour the water out and you got steak.
Look, I'm just gonna let that simmer. I'm gonna add a little fresh basil. and a little pat of butter.
How do you get that last thing?
Butter.
Butter.
Shh. Don't tell anybody. Oh, tell Dan. He loves it. He wants me to add butter to everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just
His
a little,
father loved butter, too.
just a little tablespoon.
He loved butter.
No, Gronky. You see him? Gronky, you can't have butter. No, Bubby. No butter for you.
Oh, shit.
Go see Grandma.
He would eat.
All right, so now that just makes it nice and glistening, and then cuts through some of those tomatoes. Right? A little butter. Probably could even add a little bit more, but whatever. We'll be good tonight. This is a rich sauce. But you see how thick that got? You see those tomatoes? Isn't that amazing? You would think those tomatoes would have just smells delicious. Oh, let me shut this off. Oops, sorry, not that. So loud. Jeepers. Wow, we're back to planet Earth. Hello. That was the fan. Did you notice that?
I heard something.
You didn't know what it was?
No.
That is hysterical. Okay. All right, we have the butter. I think I'll use this nice little red. I'll go throw a little macaroni in this. I don't know, I'll use the white one. All right. So what we're gonna do, Dolores, we're gonna add the pasta to this nice, pretty bowl. I need somebody to come over here and make the fresh macaroni with me. Any volunteers out there? Rachel, your chef there. Get him over here. Chef Joe? Chef Joe, get over here. I need to know how to make the fresh macaroni. All right. I do the homemade pizzas now. That's another thing I've been doing.
Oh, yeah, she
My
makes
friend's
pizza.
mom taught me how to, basically how to start it off and do it. Now I've been experimenting, and oh, they are so good. They're actually, I don't even know that I would buy another.
About pizza.
No, I don't want to buy pizza again. So easy. Like all these years, I don't know what I was so afraid of. All right. So now we're gonna scoop this into the, now normally I wouldn't even do this. I wouldn't add the sauce to the pasta. I would add the pasta to the sauce. But because I had made extra sauce, I'm gonna save some and make more pasta. So I have to do it this way.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's okay. All right, so I just want to get a shot of this actually before we, oh, Dolores, I want to have you have a peek of this lobster sauce.
Oh, that came
You
out
see how the
beautifully.
tomatoes-
Oh, yes.
That's all fresh, so
Oh.
basically it's going to
Oh,
be,
that's gonna be
a
beautiful
lot
sauce.
lighter, okay? I'm going to actually,
That is going to be a
I'm going to take a
beautiful
picture of that sauce because we're going to need that. Okay. Oh, got the dog's tail on that one. You know what, these dogs, honestly. So, Rachel, would you make this?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, excellent. All right, so I'm going to show you, I'll just put it over here and then we can add all this together.
Oh, this was very nice. This came out beautifully.
So this is the homemade fettuccine, is that
Very,
nice?
Very nice.
This is our lobster sauce. This is just little fresh basil. Oh, God. I love food. Oh, dear. Those little stowaways got out. Oh, my God. You can just smell that basil, Dolores.
Yeah, basil.
That just gives it the nice...
Oh, I just love basil.
Oh, my God. That just makes it so much better. But I like to have parsley in this sauce. And if you do use tarragon is like sage. It's a very strong herb. You really have to, a little goes a long way. So if you were to do like tarragon in this to add a little bit of a different flavor, just use a little bit. And then, parsley is, you can use a lot and it's going to just make it that much better. All right, I guess I can add it now. I'm stalling. All right, so we're going to add this to the fettuccine. Ready? Then we're going to toss it around. Wow, what a great little idea to have this homemade macaroni, huh? See, it's just a light sauce. It's just
That's
going to
very
lightly
light, yeah.
coat it. And then you're going to love, now would you put cheese on this? I wouldn't put cheese on this personally, but I know someone over there is going to put cheese on it. She puts cheese on everything. Right, Dolores? I was just going to ask you, would you put cheese on this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like that.
I don't normally like cheese with the red sauce, but I'll load up like hot pepper.
I put cheese on everything.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna put on these? We're gonna grill these up later, and that's what I'm gonna eat with
Oh, you're going to, oh.
the hot
be care-
peppers.
Be careful.
No, I love them.
The last time you got a real
Me?
hot. It's all,
Oh, the hot, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you got.
No, but Dan eats them like that. I stop when they start getting really hot. All right, so that's it. We're gonna add a little bit more on top. You just want to coat it, because a lot of times this sauce goes right to the bottom. Wish I had my bigger bowl here. See, I have some of my things I don't have here, but that's okay. See, you're just gonna add that on there. Add some more on the top. Make it pretty. See, we have enough here for do another pound. It's 2 pounds at least, right?
Right.
How's it look, guys?
There, it looks beautiful.
I gotta clean that up. Hold on. I gotta
Looks
clean it up. You know me.
You
Gotta
did a
clean.
very good job with that lobster sauce. Very good.
Okay, there we go. Jesus.
That looks
That gives me
very good.
agita. When things spill. Okay. All right, look. What do you think? Now we're gonna plate up some for you, Dolores. You're gonna be our taste tester.
Oh,
Are you excited?
yeah.
Okay.
excited.
I just gotta take a couple pictures and then we'll plate this up and we'll be right back.
Well,
Now we're gonna try the pasta.
very tasty.
Oh, hold on. Here's your fork. We're sharing up the same plate. We don't care.
No.
It's all good. All right, so we got the butter in there and the parsley and I need a napkin. Look at me. I'm talking about you. Okay, now you have to get a piece of the lobster in there.
I have to get a piece of lobster.
Mmm. All right, here's that. Get a piece on there.
Okay.
And then take that lobster piece. Oh my God, honest to God, this is like one of the best ones with the homemade pasta. I love it so much better. It's so much lighter. Here, let me twirl it for you. All right, guys, so you have your lobster, your fresh tomatoes, your garlic, your shallots, your wine, your butter. I mean, how could this not be good?
You're right.
Well, that's a good bite for you. You take it with your hand.
I can't get all that in my mouth.
Yes, you can. All right, well, I just wanted everybody
This
to
is
try this.
delicious.
And I hope you guys try this recipe because in the summertime, it's the best.
It is. It's really good.
We're going to get down and dirty once the camera goes off. Sorry, Dolores, I didn't mean to make you eat too much.
A guinea pig.
You did what?
A guinea pig.
Let's see if she really likes it. This bite has everything on it. See? Bite it. Let it go. You did very good.
I don't think so.
Boy, you know what we've got to add? Your cheese.
Oh.
You want cheese on there, right?
I do like cheese.
Okay, we're going to give her cheese. Now she's going to enjoy this. We're making you rush. We're putting you on camera. All right, we're going to say bye to everybody.
Bye.
And bon appetit, and come to the website for these. I'll try to get the
This is
exact
delicious.
measurements.
You should try it.
Okay, we'll be back soon. Thank you, Dolores. Thank you for doing
Thank
this.
you, Lorraine.
Bon appetit.
And thank you, Rachel, for your picture.
Yes, thank you, Rachel, as always.